doing? Welcome back. Staying with the theme of prepping for 2026, I wanted to draft some 2026 goals today. And we're going to do it really simple. I just love to use Google Docs for this, nothing fancy. So I'm just going to create a new doc and we're going to go from there. All right. So I don't know, I just find Google Docs so easy to use and you don't have to worry about saving anything. It's just kind of all right there. So I'm going to label this 2026 draft goals because I do want to finalize them closer to the end of the year. But the reason I like to do this right now is because December is just so hectic and so busy, and I don't want to feel like I can't enjoy, the time during Christmas and New Year's with friends and family because I want to do these things. But at the same time, I really, really love working on goals and, making vision boards and all that kind of stuff. So I just like to get started right now and then, closer to the end of December / in January, I can come back to this and finalize it. All right, let's get started. So 2026 draft goals. And I'm just going to start with what the categories for my goals will be. So we're going to do health. We're going to do work, career. We're going to do personal relationships. I'm kind of thinking. So maybe not personal relation, just relationship. You know what? I'm going to call this love. That sounds better. All right. So health, career, love. What else do we got? What other categories do I want to work on this coming year? And I also just want to keep it simple, like I don't want to necessarily have every single life category on here. I just want to pick a few goals and then just really, really stick to it. I find that that's better. In prior years, I've done it where I've written out each life category and then tried to put in a goal in each. And it's like, you don't need to do that. That could be too overwhelming sometimes. So, okay, these three are coming to my mind right now. And if anything else comes, I'll add that in. I'm also just going to make a section for finance, even though I don't actually have a finance goal particularly in my head right now. It's just kind of not priority for necessarily for this year. Also, career, I feel like it's not as high of a priority. I want to do these in the order of priority. So health is definitely my number one priority going into 2026. Second is definitely love, relationships. Third will be my career, and fourth will be my finances. So yay, very exciting stuff. All right. So for health, let's just start off with the most cliche one, shall we? And I'm just going to add little check boxes under each of these categories so that, oops, what did I do? Okay, well, let's just go with it. Okay, let's start with health. So, of course, health, everyone wants to be healthy. I feel like this is a goal that's been on my list for years and years and years, in all transparency, right, guys? Like, this is just something that I've wanted to work on forever, and I have worked on it and achieved some goals, but in past years, like a lot of other things were the priority, health just never got to the top of this list for me. For a really long time, it was school. Getting my CPA. Totally understandable. No regrets whatsoever. But, that's kind of the reason why this has just, like, not been, or I haven't really reached it. So this kind of continues. But I feel like even if I reach, once I reach my goal, health is something that will always probably be on my, goal list because I'd always want to be at least maintaining or striving towards, a healthy lifestyle and whatnot. So yeah, so this year I don't have school on this list at all, which I should have because I just realized I have some experience reports to do. So we'll call that CPA. It's not really school, but which is actually a pretty high priority. I will put it before career because they're all interconnected. Okay, I am rambling. Back to health. So I want to lose weight. So that is, and be toned. That is a number one goal of mine. I also want to work on hair health. My hair health is good, but it could improve. I have a lot of hair fall. So we're just gonna, for clarity, minimize hair fall. Oh, hair fall and split ends. We will come to how I'm gonna measure these and the timeline and all of that. We're just starting very bare bones, very basic right now. Okay, so I want to lose weight. I want to be toned, hair health, and it's less about my weight, but it's more about how I feel. So I will say target size 4. Okay, target size 4. I think that sounds good. That is what I had for a really, really long time in my life, and that seems to be like my normal. When I was a teenager, I was a size 02, but as an adult, I feel like size 4 is my true, very comfortable, very happy size. So, okay, lose weight, hair health. Is there anything else? So I don't know if this necessarily falls under health, but I'm gonna put dark circles, and actually let's not combine it. Dark circles, minimize. How? I have no idea, but these are just the things that I want. And also healthy gums. I do notice that sometimes my gums bleed. It's very minimal, but you know, there's something going on. Sometimes they get inflamed, so I gotta make sure I'm on top of it. Okay, anything else for health? Lose weight, hair health, dark circles, healthy gums. I think that really is it. I would like to have pain-free periods. I kind of started working on this a year or two ago, and I did educate myself, and you know, I've come a certain amount of way in terms of this topic. However, I have not achieved it. So pain-free periods, and then also pain-free knees and back. I do tend to have back pain because I sit 24/7. I have a desk job. Driving to work, you're sitting. At work, you're sitting. At lunch, you're sitting. I sit a lot, which tends to give me a lot of back pain. Knee pain, that was just from the Sunrun training that I did last year, is kind of when it started. So it's running based. But yeah, pain-free knees and backs. Like, this is what I want for my health. And just like nutrition focused holistic health approach. I want to be feeding myself well. You know, I want to be well nourished. Amazing. Love. Next category. I would like to be in love in 2026. I don't know. Fall in love. Can that necessarily be a goal? I don't know. I think yes. I mean, you know, I can't just put it on the list and make it happen, but I think it's important to keep things in front of you that you want, just so that you know where your focus should be. Like, oh, okay, this is something I want. What can I do, right? Dating apps, etc. I'm kind of skipping to the next step, but okay, love. It's basically fall in love. You know, I'm not going to put a question mark next to it because I'm not questioning it. Fall in love with the love. I guess this is like a little bit manifestation. With the love of my life. Find a true life partner. Marriage oriented. Leading to a happy marriage. Lovely. So, okay. Next, CPA. Okay, I just got to do PERT and PD courses. And also I want to become a marker for them. Should I put that on or not? You know what? I will. And if it doesn't happen, that's fine. Because these two things need to happen, prior to that. Get designated. PD courses, become a marker teacher for CPA. Very exciting career. I would like to get promoted to manager level / get a controller role. All right, and then finance, I actually don't really know. Actually, I do know. Stick to my budget. Stick to my 2026 budget. Focus on savings, build an investment portfolio. Lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely. Okay, I love this. That is pretty much what I want to come out of 2026, you guys. Actually, there are more things that I want for 2026. Hold on. What is this category called? Hobbies? I don't know. I would like to travel. I guess I could just do a travel category. Maybe this could just be travel. Travel. I would like to go to Italy and Switzerland this year. Well, 2026, but Italy, Switzerland, those are the top 2 on my list right now. So that is it. I would also like to spend, I guess this would be under other or family and friends. Ooh, my list is getting long. Okay, I would like to spend quality time with parents and siblings, but I want to split that into 2 goals because I want to do that very mindfully and plan meaningful experiences with family and friends. Okay. I also want to do like a experiences category. I guess travel could actually come under that, but I would like to go to a concert or 2. Attend a concert. I love going to concerts, and I do go to quite a few concerts. I went to like 4 concerts in 2025, so for 2026 I would like to go to at least one of the concerts, and I think that is probably all my goals. Yeah, I don't know, planning videos, content creation, I guess. Okay. I don't know. Is there anything else I want in life right now? I think that pretty much covers it. If there's anything else, we can come back to it. So yeah, here are my goals, you guys. Health, love, education, career, finance, travel, family and friends, and certain experiences that I want to have. Which is all really, really exciting. I am very excited to get started on working on these. And then there's, I guess there's certain things that I want to do. Like, for example, I want to do the sun run again. Sun run I'm 26. Last time I could only walk the 10K. Not that I want to minimize it. Even walking the 10K, it was a big feat. But yeah, I want to run that this year. Or actually, I'm actually okay walking it too if it is, bothering my knees. But that is definitely a goal. And I'm sure there's a lot of experiences that I actually want to have and actually sat down and thought about it. But these were the ones that were just like, top of my friggin' list. And I was just dying to put it on paper. So here it is. Here are the goals. Even for travel, I think this list is probably going to get longer. But these are the two places that I truly, really want to go to. Like, these are the things that intentionally I want to like really hone in on, focus in, and make it happen. So very, very excited. How I'm going to do it will be in the next part, just so that this video is not crazy long, and I will see you there. But this is just like a, just dumping your goals, not thinking about the how or the why or the anything. It's just like, okay, what do I want in life, da 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 da, and then how to actually make it happen, which is extremely crucial part, right? You got to plan your goals. You can't just have goals and then just be like, okay, these are my goals, it's just gonna happen. In my opinion, you need to plan it out and really think through, when am I gonna do this? Like, we're all working, so there's very little personal time on hand. And so yeah, we'll do all the planning of how I will actually make this happen in the next video. Goodbye, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.